All right, I know we're just a little bit behind, guys, but hey, we are actually going to actually start this. So, gotta check and actually see if I have this working because I had to adjust some settings at the last moment here. Want to make sure you guys can see that I'm cosplaying this in the I am Shigeru Miyamoto today. If you've seen the picture of him in this shirt, wow, the background music on the start screen is so loud. Oh, you know what? I gotta go in here and say what game this all is. I'm gonna go into Twitch real quick. I don't think Twitch is picking up that we're playing Donkey Kong here. I don't think so. Oh yes, I love it when Twitch demands that I get a message from my on my phone as some kind of factor verification every time I open it. Love that so much. In fact, where is that message? All right. I have to go into the stream manager. Yeah, I know this is way sloppier than it should be. See, stream manager, stream info. Nope, this is Donkey Kong Bananza, man. Switch to what kind of tags are we looking for here? Okay, I've got that updated. Now let's make sure that we have things right over on the YouTube side. Let me turn on restream in case we get some people chatting. Maybe I could be kind of sort of notified by that. That's usually pretty nice to know. And as you can see, I haven't taken any damage yet in this stream, so I've got that going for me. Unfortunately, I really screwed this up starting this and not even saying it was on a game on YouTube. So we probably just destroyed any chance I had of getting any viewers whatsoever. Where do we go? Gaming. Donkey Kong Bananza. All right, got to input some tags real quick. Bananza. Uh, Switch to Nintendo, and that should do it, I think. Okay, we're only gonna be about 20 minutes late here, guys. That's pretty much record time for me, isn't it? Or close to it. And if we have to, I've got the break up there. Everything looks pretty good, I would say. Okay, so the stream's working. Did I miss any messages from anybody here? Doesn't look like it. Let's give everybody just a little bit of time to come in. Top fans, be the first in leaderboard something. Oh, most of the top guys I think are the only guys. So if anyone shows up, you're probably going to be a top guy pretty soon. And yeah, that's that. All right, I'm going to wait for someone to jump in the chat here. I know a lot of people were looking forward to the stream. We have everything. We've got the game physical. We've got the amiibo. I think, frankly, it, as some would say, it's on like Donkey Kong, right? Man, it's really grabbing at his fist right there, isn't it? It's like just his fist in focus. Pretty neat stuff. Okay, we do have some viewers, so I don't want to keep anybody waiting, so let's go ahead and jump in. Greetings, Legendary Badass, here with Donkey Kong Bananza, the physical game. Yep, picked that up today. Got it in the mail. Flew over my house twice, essentially. And so that was kind of surprising that I actually got it today. I thought I might get it a day or two late, of which we would be able to finish Yakuza 0 Director's Cut. But nope, not so much. And then we also actually got the Amiibo with that. So how cool is that, hey? Now, with all of this in mind, we do have ourselves a game to get into. I have the Red Bull I started yesterday. Got some kind of Mountain Dew that way. We do have the fog machine is in the house. So maybe if there's tips for fog machine, we can do something with that. I have Reese's Pieces, M&Ms, and chocolate covered cashews. We're in this. How long is the campaign? I don't know. Mind your spoilers. Okay. So I also made a bespoke stream for us here. This should be intriguing in the least. Yeah, we have like pseudo sponsorship. Now live, the Yakuza Director's Cut. Why does it say that? We're not live with the Yakuza Director's Cut. But yes, I hope you guys can see my shirt there. The Nintendo Museum shirt worn by Shigeru Miyamoto. We're cosplaying today as Shigeru. So essentially, I created Donkey Kong. What I say goes. Let's do this. And yeah, I even made myself a Donkey Kong picture there. What do they call those profile pics in Nintendo parlance? It's like there's me's. When the banana's in the screen, it means it's saving. Don't screw with it. Whatever. Oh man, my good Burt's Bees. I don't know what I did with it. I think it fell out of my pocket yesterday during last night's stream, but I've got some old. We're totally going with normal. Come on, assist. I think I'm trying to avoid as much spoilers as I can here. I think assist might just give you less damage. Maybe help with aiming, something more forgiving. No, we're going to play this for real. Golden bananas, tasty rumors have lured prospecting monkeys to a strange... Ben Fox, you're already at World 10? That's weird, Ben, because I'm the very first person to ever play this game. I got it. It was guaranteed to arrive by the 17th, and I got it. I don't even think they tested it. I think basically I paid $98. There was a small $2 discount there for the bundle with the Amiibo. Actually, I think that isn't it like it actually is like levels of crust, right? We're getting some cool HD rumble effect right there in this cutscene. These monkeys hammer away. It takes place in the underground, right? Why? Punch. Alright, I'm gonna hit it a lot. Adam, why don't you have the game yet? Alright, now I'm gonna make some predictions, okay? Yeah, I thought it might start with Donkey Kong like this. He's mining. He comes across the Odd Rock. Then the Odd Rock becomes Pauline, at which point I'm assuming you get to use Ye Amobi, right? Amiibo, to bring out Pauline. So, how you guys like the shirt, man? You can only get these at the Nintendo Museum. Nintendo Museum shirt, only available at the Nintendo Museum in, I believe, Kyoto or Osaka, one of the two cities that are in my mind right now. All right, I can tell the first thing we're gonna have to do is invert the look. That's pretty much a common thing. Hey, let's try the Amiibo, guys. What's gonna happen? Tap any Amiibo to the NFC touchpoint. Stand in an open space to summon special chunks of material. All right, here goes. An error occurred while accessing the Amiibo. We're probably just not at the point in the game where you can use it yet, if we're being real. My parents told me I have to wait till my birthday. Adam, when is your birthday? Ah, parents. Yeah, right? How you guys like the overlay I made? I made all that myself. All the elements are from Nintendo's website, and I extracted them and configured it. So camera, vertical, inverted. We should be good on everything. Oh my god, motion controls. I wasn't thinking, but is this a game that I might be better off playing without the Pro controller? But because aren't you supposed to take the Joy Cons and like beat them on your chest to make them do that? So yeah. What else do we have here? Nope. We'll stick with that. And as long as we're inverted, I think we're good. Adam's got to wait till September. Hey, well, that gives you a stream to watch, doesn't it? But I feel like it's kind of spoiling it for you. I kind of prefer, like, okay, the streams, it's kind of like, okay, I want to get an impression of this. That's nice. But also, another benefit of the stream is you help guide somebody who's a first timer. I feel like that's a good way to do stream. But I mean, it just seems like I might be spoiling too much of the game for you, Adam. I'm sorry. Chat is on the top is on top of itself. I can't read the overlay. Use a Pro controller. Hold on, how can you not read that? What? It is on top of it. Hold on. Okay, so I think I have both of the chats on. I think that's why. I think I had two chats up there. So hold on. I think I can actually fix that. If I remember which one's what. So which one do we want? This one's chunkier. And then that one's a little hard to read. All right, so I hope that's good for you. Thanks for pointing that out. Oh, but that's coming in at the bottom, isn't it? Ah. Yeah, that's actually going to be harder for you guys to read in real time. The other chat is in the right direction, but it's kind of light colored versus. No, that's the one we can't use that. I'm sorry. We have to use this one. I can make some adjustments, okay? Because this is the one that's not going to repeat itself. The other one is actually going to repeat itself. I'm sorry. I'm working on it. I'm not a hot chick. I can't hire a squadron of men to do this for me. So we're going to go in pretty quick here. We haven't really, gotten into the game yet. We're not too far off on that way, but I think I can adjust this pretty easily here. So this is Restream's thing. Okay, come on, settings, load please. And Restream is going to actually not let it repeat, whereas it seems like all the other outfits I tried to use, it repeated itself, caused a problem. So I have to figure out the embed stream. The color is the problem, right? Oh, come on. I thought I had some options for that. Is that updating in real time? No. Okay, so compact default is not going to work. Default is probably going to have to be it. I thought I could change the color of the text. I'm sorry, guys. All right, we're going to try this one. And then I'm going to copy that. And I don't see it updating. Have you played Peak? Can you guys kind of read that? Because on my screen it's small and it's kind of gray, and maybe I can change that later. But let me know if that kind of works for you, because at least this one's not repeating, right? Let's see. I haven't heard of Peak. What's Peak? Embedded chat for events. Display comments from specific events. No, we'll just want everybody to comment. I can sort of read it. Damn. Unfortunate, that's not really changing. And I had to use that. That yellow because that's the game's yellow, right? So I thought that would be cool. This has a bit of a black outline on it, the one I'm trying to change it to. So hold on. Oh, if I hit launch, that probably does it, right? Now I can probably copy it. Hold on, guys. Hold on, I'm coming. Hold on, don't leave just yet. Peak is fun. Multi game. Hold on, I can't read all your comment just yet. Let me try to get this embedded. I hit launch and then copy. Come on. That's that, right? Okay, this should update. It's honestly not updating. I don't know. The last ditch effort thing I could do, I could probably actually bring my other chat stream. Oh, see that it took over that one. And why that game's not appearing, why is the... See, on a black background that works, doesn't it? Wait up, guys. I've got one more solution. We might just have to get rid of that yellow. All right. Is that going to work for us for right now? It's not quite as fancy, but it's still kind of fancy, right? I'm going to have to make a redesign of sorts for the next stream, but I hope that works. Peak is a multiplayer focused game, but it does have single player. I hadn't heard it. What platform? A lot of games I don't hear of because they're on PlayStation, you know? Controls actions. 2-player. See, I thought there was a thing where it was like beat your chest and then he beats his chest. But I guess we're gonna learn as we go here. Sorry, guys. All right, so we have a true next-gen game. There's a rat. Oh, wow. He just straight climbs. Can we rat punch? All right, now I'm picking up Bananium. This is really hard rock. You can't break that. So what kind of... Punch up? $8 on Steam. How old is that? How old's that game? It's kind of cool how he walks over like everything. You know, like so many games they have like the limited interactivity with the level, and you kind of like right here he wouldn't be able to walk. He'd be like Leon S. Kennedy. Nope. Now we have to turn. Now we're walking. All right, now we're turning. All right, here we go. You know what I mean? Like it's just kind of nice. He's got this really free movement. The first Banandium gym. I mean, the poor voice guy who had to do that trailer. It must have been really hard for him. What's 2 weeks? It comes out in 2 weeks? It's $8. It's $8 for the next 2 weeks. I do not have Steam. I am an Xbox gamer who just converted to Nintendo. I don't have a gaming PC. we're doing this on a Mac, so it's kind of just the way it is. Thoughts on vegans? I think they are a utopian cult. A utopian cult doesn't sound like the worst thing, though, does it? Gotta set up so you guys can see my awesome shirt here. Whoa, DK. Guys, let me know what kind of voices we need to do for these characters here. This game's coming in a lot quieter than previous games, so I may have to adjust that up. You looked pleased as punch. You must have dug up some of those golden bananas. Clearly not Seth Rogen. Folks are finding gem-like bananas all over this mine. It's a yellow letter day. I bet there's a more buried up ahead. Alright, so whoa, what's A doing? No, that's B. B is a ground punch. Shit. I'm like in the water. Oh, okay, so they did put like a hard slate there. Ben's gonna beat, you're gonna beat this game, or you're gonna beat, you're gonna beat this game, or you're gonna beat Peak? Dude, the movement is really satisfying. Like, we've got a conveyor belt. Oh, no, you gotta pound that stuff out here. Hold on, that might be dangerous. Okay, good, it's Civ. Gotta keep things clean. He's just so destructive, you know? Just kind of fun, just smacking. Now, why I need the Banandium, I'm not really sure, right? But my understanding of it is his motivation is simply banana, right? So, what buttons do we want to put on the back of our controller? I'm guessing GR is going to be A, so that he can jump. You know, kind of maintain the sticks there. Oh, you gotta be a little careful here, man. You know, it did look to me like there may be some pretty high skill things coming up. I saw stuff in the trailer, like minecart nonsense. There's a lot of chaos coming here. I think this voxel technology is kind of helping these materials break. You know, in a kind of randomized way. It's like you punch that, right? But you don't do the same damage to it each time, right? Although it probably shouldn't be floating. But yeah, you might miss your opportunity there to actually get stuff. My thumb is sore pressing Y. I don't know. I think I can do Y there. Is it really gonna be the main thing you do? So maybe I should map that so that I can keep a thumb on the stick. You probably got a good point there. So we're gonna go ahead and map that. All right. Or as they say in Street Fighter, the original, bone dry, but don't forget. He's got a little bit of voice in him. I'm hearing a little something. Ooh, banana. Something like that, right? Suffering is woven into the fabric of the universe. Vegans are childish, naive, in their belief that we can live without exploiting animals. And even then, to eat the foods they want, right? You still end up killing a lot of rabbits and crickets to harvest the wheat, right? So I'm underground, kind of by accident. But the game's giving me, like, room to do stuff. And I can see things under here. Am I supposed to be able to see that? Like, there's a tunnel. Whoa. The number of secrets you could store in this game, man, could be pretty mind-blowing. Are you supposed to go down here, or did I just kind of come down here? Then again, you might find yourself in a problem. Luckily he can climb, right? Because you wouldn't be able to jump out of some of these holes. But if you break stuff and you're supposed to grab something above you, you might not be able to reach it. This rock's too tough to dig through. In midair, dive punch. So that's how you're gonna punch buttons, huh? We are naturally omnivores. More to the point, you can't force people to eat stuff they don't like. I've actually come across vegans who advocate forcing it. Eventually, if you don't come willingly with any ideology, they start forcing it, don't they? Alright, so I grabbed a time clock there, it looked like. I can see why your fingers sore. Alright, so what are we doing here? Just blowing stuff up repeatedly. I probably blew up stuff I was supposed to collect. It looked like it was kind of wigging out a little bit, didn't it? The stuff. The Banandium, and then I blew it up. You might need to be kind of careful not to destroy it. Hand slap R. I remember, oh, you know what? It's like it's a whole game built around that ability to slap the ground and get a banana. In Donkey Kong Country, remember how you could like just random areas just slap the ground and a banana would appear? Or other secrets? That was kind of how you found a secret. And then they're kind of like, hey, what if we made that the whole gameplay, right? I think I've heard the word banana more times in this game than anywhere in my life. My nickname is Banana 2. Do people call you Banana Ben or just Banana? I mean, it's not the best boxing name, but I've heard worse. I smell treasure. I kind of like this when the guys just have... Look, okay, if we're not voice acting the whole game, whatever, just have your piece up there. I don't need to walk over to you and hit talk, right? You know, just let me read that on my time, right? What a sight. What do we got here? Hand slap to activate. Oh, shoot. Might kind of destroy some of that, but... Tuning fork. Is that a banana? I thought it might have been an ostrich. It's helping you find some stuff. There's a satisfying HD rumble thing happening too when you punch this stuff. Alright, I'm collecting some kind of like slices there. I thought they were clocks, but I see it in the upper right corner. How do you guys feel about the overlay? You can see more of the screen. The chat's not over it a lot. Pauline's not in a ton of the way. I wasn't sure if there would be... In fact, maybe there will be like a HUD over there. Being that I'm so new to Switch, I still kind of have to have the face buttons to push. It's just a little too much for me to do the rear buttons. Are these enemies? What is it? Is it a slug? Anything gold is going to get smashed, okay? I'm just letting you know. Alright, that must have been a heart. Now, my understanding is that if this could potentially get so chaotic, the game really slows down the console. Banandium chips. Okay, so those are chips. I guess when I mess up a big Banandium, then it becomes chips, or however many chips or something, right? Let's see if we can get grass up there. But then there's the rocks. So there's two kinds of things happening here. There's my big rock total, but then there's Banandium chips. So, does anyone know what it takes to 100% this game? Like, do you have to find every Banandium? Because it kind of seems like anywhere you punch, there's just Banandium, right? Like I can just punch here and they'll just be there. You know what I mean? Holy smoke! Am I supposed to be down here? Kind of seeing through the level. Like, I'm probably finding Banandium you guys were smart enough to go past, right? Because it was just a waste of time. It's just gold and Banandium, huh? So he's like, screw this gold. I want the Banandium. Honestly, I'm a little turned around right now. It's really picking up. Where'd this come from? That's the tuning fork, okay. Does he have a sprint? You know, I was thinking, he gets to be a zebra, right? So, Donkey Kong finally becomes the donkey he was born to be. Yeah, that's a big old chunk of gold. Did they try to get Seth Rogen to do the voice? Or, I mean, because he could have just said banana, right? And then they would have been good. Though he is a lot more talkative in the movie. Maybe they should have thought about that. Also, the Legend of Zelda casting. Does this... Are we to assume that Link will talk in the movie? Because it would be so bold if he didn't talk. My goodness, this stuff. I don't even think you can collect all of it. It's just everywhere. Come from the ceiling. Unfortunately, I can't play this in HDR. I'm sure that this looks like it really sings in HDR. If you guys have played this in HDR, let me know. I can't do that and stream at the same time. I think you actually have to have a PC, not a Mac, to do that with the Elgato, which, yeah, that kind of sucks. But I am playing it in 4K resolution. Looks like honeycomb chocolate bars. It kind of does. It's like, it's less gold and more of an amber, isn't it? Like, dinosaurs? There's dinosaurs in this dinosaur park. Now that looks like gold to me, right? That looks like gold, but back there, further away from the light source. I don't know. That's just the way I'm seeing it. Is he having a dream? This can't be real, right? Like, this is a dream. This is the most Banandium and gold you ever find in one place in the whole game. It's a dream, right? Here we go. Odd rock inside. Maybe? Ingot Isle. What do you guys think of my thumbnail with the Pauline hanging on with the necktie? Well, at least he didn't strip him of his necktie. Now he's got his dinghy hanging out. He's getting sucked up. He's on an island, but they're supposed to go to the underground, right? Like, I thought the game took place underground. You know what? I messed up so much with my display over here. I got to make some changes for you guys for next stream because I had a special bracket for my screen here, and instead I really cut it off. So now you got like this sharp straight line down the side instead of it looking cool. DK Donkey Kong, as long as it's not rotten or mushy, destroy. Thoughts on the new Donkey Kong look? Originally, I was having a hard time telling the difference. When I just saw like a picture of him in Mario Kart World and everybody was you know, spitting what they thought happened. But now I can see a big difference and I'm down for it. Like, it's working for me, you know? Have you seen those cringe TikTokers where some vegan douche insists their dog prefer vegetables and then they get mad when the dog ignores the greens? I've heard of that kind of stuff. Alright guys, time to look at Donkey Kong. The fur, I think, looks better than when I first saw of this game. I felt like it looked a little too much like leaves. I'm seeing a bit more of a fur look to it now. Still kind of leaf shape in a way. It's certainly not the let's shoot for realism fur that you see in some of the promotional art. Ty looks nice. There's a Ty physics form. That's good. Now, can he do facial expressions? Can he do a camera mode, huh? All right, I just hit the minus. Zoom out. Oh, jeez. Are we still at Ingot Isle Cave-In? Okay. My 7 of the gameplay, I haven't had one frame drop. Nice. I mean, I thought I was getting pretty chaotic with stuff to not see slowdown, right? Now, what's the implementation on the AI? Like, okay, you can see. I don't know why that cuts so sharp right there. I'm not really sure about that. That might be kind of because we're seeing outside the world, like through the wall, and then when we get close enough, it's not so much anymore. I don't know, but they use the deep learning super sampling to better the frame rate, and that's the secret sauce the Switch 2 has that the Xbox and the PlayStation don't have for the moment. So when people tell you, oh, well, it's actually an Xbox Series S or it's a PS4 level of power, the deep learning super sampling is going to give it like more oomph than the numbers will say, really. Alright, do I gotta help these guys? Oh, jeez. Okay, so you can kind of punch. Oh, wait, are we high-fiving? So instead of punching him, you high-five. Oh, I guess I could clap some stuff down. Oh, I'm not really seeing what that does. Donkey Kong and photorealism do not belong in the same sentence. I largely agree, but if you could implement the photorealistic fabric and fur, that seems like a good point to draw the line. Like, okay, we've got realistic clothing, realistic hair, and then the rest of it we want to maintain our our stylistic approach. Like I think that if you're drawing the line somewhere and where you're going to take the graphics, that'd probably be a good place to do it. This machine could probably do some photorealistic hair or clothing in places, but they choose not to. So Ingot Isle caved in. Sublayer 10. And we're trying to... We're near the surface, so it's not as simple as we just leave, right? There's Odd Rock, right? Am I hearing Ozzy Osbourne? I knew you could do it, DK. What am I hearing? It sounds like 580 songs at once. Wonder what fell. Huh? DK, you should go over there and look by yourself. I'll stay here where it's safe. You're okay, whoever leave. Did you lose your britches when the mine collapsed? Because your thing is in my eye. It's really freaking me out, man. You may think that you get a lot of money, but I've spent like 5,000 already. What are you spending money on in this game? Looks like the entire Ingot Isle mine was pushed underground somehow. The others are already surveying the damage down there. So the whole thing got pushed underground. It didn't collapse. That's well built. Oh, and something else just fell down after us. Sure hope everyone's okay. All right, we're going after whatever that is. Right, I'm kind of looking for like a photo mode. Oh, shoot. Okay, up on the D-pad. We've got skill points. Well, I don't have any skill points, but it looks like you get enough Banandium chips to make a whole Banandium or something, and then you can start spending them on skills. A charge slap. Clear away stray chunks. Better sonar. Surf. Whoa. Even better surfing? Surf. Okay, so there's better surfing, better turf surfing. So that you can turf surf by default, I guess. Fall damage. What are we looking at? Alright. You can buy clothing. You can buy clothing and the other stuff you use for the skill points. But here we go. Whoa. That's a ways down. No fall damage, right? Is fall damage like a thing in the past? Because it kind of blew my mind when I took massive fall damage slipping on a hill in Fortnite. Because like so many other games, it's just like they just were like, screw it, there's no fall damage, forget it. Right? But maybe there's ways in which you have to work that into the gameplay. Like that's part of the game, is not falling and dying. Hand slap. Oh shoot, I wanted to jump. See, what I'm saying is to collect, oh, do it again. Huh. Banandium will be on the periodic table. Yep, there will be Banandium shirts. By the way, this shirt, it's not crazy soft, but I think I'll wear it for each of the streams. If you guys are okay with that. I'll make some adjustments to my display here, but as best I can. Unfortunately, I can't do a lot of that off stream because, oh shoot. I can't do a lot of it off stream because it all disappears and I can't see your guys' chat to gauge if it's like legible. Okay, good, that reset, because see, my logic was if I beat that, if I destroyed it, then I would be out of that power up, right? Is anyone getting copyright strikes for this, like, rock music? Alright, I need to climb up. Okay, X will kind of punch up for you if you're underneath something. Minecarts, they're the worst. What's this? Grab, tilt away. It's kind of amazing how quick that is. Like, I'm trying to imagine it like something in Mario 64, and it'd be like almost like a cutscene. Like, you pull that up, huh? Why did you do that? I was over here sleeping, and you pulled me out of my cave hole, right? What game am I streaming next? That's a good question, guys. Alright, so is this the thing that fell that I was going to? I believe so. Next up, oh, this is gonna launch your ass, isn't it? Oh, my enemy. The barrels. Why did it have to be barrels? They look cool though, don't they? They look cooler. Where's the music coming from? Ooh, wait a minute. Thought that was... Is that not encrusted with something? Hair off. Oh, okay. Hair off, swing. Gotta watch out for vines. Collect nearby items. So you upgrade your hand slap, you collect more stuff. I don't know about you, but the frame rate seems to be all over the place. On your guys' end, it says... Okay, there was an update before I started this, and I downloaded the update. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Version 1.10. I've noticed looking at the stream there, it kind of looks like it's stuttering for you guys. On my end, it is not. And that's 60 frames per second thing. Now, does that look a little choppy? Because on my screen, that looks about 60 FPS. And you guys should be watching in 60. It says I'm giving you 60 FPS. It could be a matter of what I've done, trying to make a new scene here with all the stuff. Let me look at the properties here. Can't think of any reason why it would be. Okay, is this better? That's smoother, right? I changed it from high to 1080p. I think it was doing something different. Let me know if that looks smoother to you guys. It shouldn't be 30. The whole stream's been in 60. So that should have been the case. With that said, I'm wondering about my mic here. If my lips are in sync, they shouldn't have any trouble there. Yeah, I've got that built in. Okay, so you're saying that's better, Raw Potato? Nice. Thanks for pointing that out. Oh, shoot. Yeah, it definitely looks like it's 60 now, so... something to keep in mind, you know, if I make another scene specific to a game. Alright, so Odd Rock's gonna be in there, right? Can't put a dent in this thing. Hey DK, glad you survived. I've heard that. Did you know you can use the barrel cannon to get up here? Talk about useful, huh? Oh, that's a barrel cannon. Wish I could blast myself up to check on the folks in town, but the other barrel ain't working. So, as best I could tell, there was just a tornado, right? Like, a tornado happened, and that was that, right? Like, or was it a beam shot something that made a tornado? Like, I guess I didn't see that. Alright. This weird hard metal flowed out of it. That gizmo sealed everything up tight. I'm glad I got that fixed for you, because it looked worse than 30, honestly. It looked worse than 30 FPS. We have no idea what to do about it. I can say on my end, the game has been looking really smooth. It's solid. Wonder what this thing is, and that other thing that fell down after it. Alright, now is it Odd Rock in there? Oh hey DK, you got here at just the right time. I got your favorite ass. You saw something fall down here with us, right? I think it made a crater when it landed beyond that tunnel. Could you go check that out for us? We'll be right here. We'll keep it right here. Yeah, we'll be right back. And how did that make you feel? I have no idea why Donkey Kong is in this with between Pauline instead of Diddy so much. Like, okay, there's something, it says she uses her singing to make him transform. And I'm just thinking, like, could it be something else? Like, Diddy Kong tells a joke and that makes him like, I mean, you could kind of substitute that with anything. So, is Nintendo, like, officially afraid of Donkey Kong pairing up with Diddy Kong for that reason? Alright, this is Odd Rock, right? This is it. It says void. It has no warranty. Diddy Kong makes sense as a companion. Now, I've already heard that you can hear a little bit of that Donkey Kong 1 theme in there when you look at this. I'm glad there's subtitles so I can't understand a word. Do you guys think, like I do, that they blew the surprise, like, Korean company? Like, I don't know, somebody had some artwork that showed Pauline and that was supposed to be a surprise. Like, because look, what I don't understand is, I'm thinking we're going to unleash this Odd Rock as Pauline pretty quickly, right? So why couldn't it have just been Pauline to begin with? Yeah, does that make sense to you guys? Because they were showing the artwork substitute Pauline for the Odd Rock, so it seems to me like they wanted to preserve some kind of surprise element. Cheap views. Why am I always getting these bots? Why can't it be some girl telling me about her OF, right? Though, honestly, that's all the DMs you get on Twitter these days. This new DK design, he emotes so much more in the face, doesn't he? The guy was woefully out of class. He looked like he jumped off a magazine from 1994 for way too long. Listen to music. This isn't listening to music, this is make music. Kind of like a Canadian in South Park, right? Where the head splits in half to talk.
You and me, DK?
I mean, you can assume his name's DK. We have choices here. Is this going to affect our relationship? Let's go humph. Because I don't think DK says okay. If I have to. I also would like to know, when was everybody calling this thing Odd Rock? It seemed like as soon as I heard about the game, people were saying Odd Rock. Like, I didn't know that the name was out there, you know? You can now use the power of the Odd Rock's voice. Okay, let's try something. Amiibo time. Amiibo. What are we gonna get? Let's see. Donkey Kong, do it. Something's happening. Oh, look at that. Get some health. Music guides you. That's helpful. So that's your way of summoning a waypoint. Did I just blow my chance to get the Pauline costume because I used the Amiibo today already? Is that how this is gonna go down? Oh, you already used the Amiibo before it's in Pauline form, so screw you. You may never progress in this game just because, like, there's too much for you to bash. I really like how he can... Okay, look at this. You burrowed, right? Okay, well, he can climb too, but the fact that he can punch up to help lift his way out of there is just really helpful. You have to wait until Odd Rock is Pauline to unlock the costume. However, is she going to spawn in the costume because I used the Amiibo? Or am I going to be forbidden from using the Amiibo for, like, the next 24 hours? Because, like, Legend of Zelda, it was, like, one Amiibo a day. Now, I have 2 Amiibos. I still have that Link Amiibo. By the way, size-wise... When you're charging $30, you kind of expect it to be larger than maybe it is. Like, didn't they make the Street Fighter amiibos pretty big? The Street Fighter 6 amiibos that released for Switch 2 were kind of $40 in big, right? What do Zoomers eat for breakfast? Corn flakes. And climb this. Ooh, nice. That's wet. Sing to find your way. Assuming that we have the same goal of where we're going. Doing good, okay. Upward punch, X. It sounds a little bit like New Order, Ozzy Osbourne, and I don't know what, but that music. Oh yeah, it's New Order, Ozzy Osbourne, and Stabbing Westward, like playing at the same time. Okay, we got to use music to activate this. Give it a Y punch. Did I really just screw myself out of a Pauline dress? I keep wanting to hit B to jump. Because you lay your thumb now like this, where you have like a run to hold and then you're down, right? And I'm not doing it quite right. Because on the, oh yes, on the NES, B was run and A was jump, but that was because the position you held it. You understand what I'm saying? Like if your thumb's across versus like that. Where's the radio playing the music for these guys? It's louder by them. Nice work, DK. I saw it all from here. Can't believe you destroyed that thing. They kind of talk in the Mario Odyssey way where there's an icon, but maybe you don't say it. You got it, pal. But you know, if they made an American Psycho now, Bateman would be scrawling Die Zoomer scum on his closet walls. DEI Zoomer scum. That would be an intriguing movie to update for modern audiences, or against modern audiences, right? It's updated for modern audiences, but it's not for them, right? You update it to fit. That could be interesting, maybe. Up ahead, you'll find the heart of Ingot Isle, Baboon Town. Be careful, okay? There are some weird critters poking around. And by weird, I mean not monkeys and apes.
Sounds scary. Music would make you feel better.
He does talk at least. Kind of weird in this form. Yep, that's a spirit. You confuse or lose your way, try singing a little bit. I guess they're not overly freaked out about this rock thing because DK's with it. Gotta be loose for you to collect. All their hard work, man. They're putting stuff in the crates, and I'm over here just destroying. Oh no, I forgot that that's damage. Shit. Okay, how was this again? Why is there like a laser guide for that? That must be a man, the secrets, they're just, everything's a damn secret. And good luck actually using this map, right? I mean, I guess you could do something with this because it's kind of like just the 3D world and you're looking further out, I guess. But if you're underground in an area, closed room, you might have a harder time. I'm assuming that was an enemy. You knew it, hey. Alright, the left. Oh, whoa, wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. LZ. Some kind of a, like, somersault move. Might be using that on a boss. Remember when Square Enix tried to make a platformer? No, when was this? Recent? Look, Square Enix has like a lot of like a lot more variety than you think. It's not simply square, right? It's not simply everything has to be a JRPG. I mean, they're also the publisher for Life is Strange, and they had some old Final Fantasy callbacks in that Life is Strange True Colors. Let's just destroy the fossils. Screw it. We're not archaeologists, paleontologists, urologists. We're miners. I'm in it for the bananas. I believe that's the official driving factor here. Oh, we got a disc. Jam to these tunes at any getaway. Those are interesting looking creatures. Like, I realized that we got like a next gen patch for Mario Odyssey, and while it was like up converted and resolution wise, and it runs at a good frame rate, there's other things about it that just don't make it look next gen like this. Like, this does not look like a Switch game. I know there's that, hey, we started development thinking it could be on Switch. And then that shows, you know, how sparse the grass is and things like that, right? This is a different beast. Alright, so you might actually be able to mine your way under some obstacles. Or fall and die. Oh, what if there's guys you have to get under and then punch their belly for like a boss fight? Balin Underworld was pretty bad. What generation was that? I hadn't even heard of it. Hey, there was a Square fighting game, Tobal #1, and it, if I remember correctly, ran at 60 frames per second on the PlayStation, whereas most games did not. I don't think the other 3D fighters at the time did, honestly. Alright, I'm right under him. Can I punch his... Alright, let's get out of here. Game doesn't want me climbing that. I think I might have streamed Tobal #1 in the stream playlist, the first impressions, for one Friday. Like, each Friday I was trying to do like first impressions of game that nobody'd watch because it was like on Twitch only. Alright, this guy is causing problems. What do we do to get about it? I think I have to defeat him. Well, I said yikes. Well, the gate didn't go down, but... I've got to see what this game looks like in HDR, man. I bet you this gold really shines. There's a lot of neon, too. Punch to update checkpoint. Okay. We have things happening over here. Chest won't open. Let me show you how it's done, kids. You'd think somebody'd be rushing to collect this stuff, competing against DK, right? Mr. Robot was the most low-effort title for a TV show. That is a big part of why I never watched that show. It was on USA when I thought USA was doing pretty decent work. You know, I would watch USA for Psych, but it was just such a, like, bad name. Like, it makes me think of the worst Styx song, Mr. Roboto. And then I'm just like, no. Also, that was a show that was a little ahead of trend with a bad trend that's kind of since died. The TV show that premieres at a film festival Yeah, you remember that trend? They like premiered it like South by Southwest. And it's like, oh, well, we're showing 3 episodes. And I'm like, yeah, but that's not a movie. Like, hey, come here and sample stuff. You know, it's like you go to Comic-Con to watch a trailer. You go to all that effort to go to Comic-Con and you do not get to watch the movie. You get to watch the first 20 minutes. Now when you go see it in theaters, yeah, I've already seen this shit. You know, you got 30 minutes of trailers and commercial, and then 20 minutes of shit you already saw. And then people lose their mind over that kind of crap. Being treated. We got to see something you guys haven't. I feel special inside. Man, violence is the answer in this game, isn't it? Alright, so how am I going to get to those? Ocarina of Time was 20 FPS and nobody complained. It may have very well been. I don't remember. Look, I mean, these are games that are not going to be a lot like how you kind of recall them being. There was some ooh and awe factor to being able to see the sun set. That was pretty impressive. Okay, so hold on here. Tilt away. Shoot. In the 3D camera stuff, man, it look, if you guys are young out there, in the N64 generation, it was so hard understanding what to do with the camera in a 3D platformer. Nowadays, you don't think about it too much. You have a lot of first-person shooters, so you don't have to worry about the camera. What is it? Depth of field considerations, maybe the range, how wide the camera angle is. That's about it, right? And then you have third-person shooters. Again, not nearly as cumbersome as it used to be, trying to figure out what to do with the camera in a 3D game. What's that first? I'm still kind of in the tutorial, so everything has physics in this game. I mean, somewhat. It looked to me like the ostrich was good for running across water, so there's going to be a need for that. Lots of neon. You know, we got like the fuchsia, the hot pink. Is that gonna explode? It did. It did. You guys see that? I noticed the Millennial and Zoomer movies and TV shows have low effort titles. Like, there is a lot. Okay, first of all, I do come down pretty hard on like anything that has "the" in the title, like that. Okay, this is your chance to make the impression. The. And it's not even the only one, like The Butler. I know what you're talking about, but it's like, you know, whatever else. If you're starting with "the" in a new title, it just seems like you're not trying, really. Like, that's the creativity you had. Look at all the conservative grift podcasters. The Name Show. The Name Show. For like every damn one of them. Like, we have no creativity. Wait, I'm just here to get the paycheck. We got some goodies over here. Hey. That sounded a little Waluigi, right? Did you guys hear that? Oh wait, if you come to a ledge, he kind of looks down. Let me try that again. Like, maybe there's some concern for fall damage. He's way more expressive than he's like ever been, right? We've got these arrows, but I'm not really sure if they're pointing to things. They're kind of like pointing to secrets more than where to go, right? I think Astrobot has more physics. I know it got Game of the Year. That's really about the extent, and it has like cameos from other stuff. Otherwise, I don't know much about it. So you'll have to explain more Astrobots. Could this be the real reason Vaughn doesn't like the Lord of the Rings? The two thes? I mean, you might be onto something. The next time I see Lord of the Rings streaming on a platform I have, like Netflix or maybe it's on Prime, whatever, do you guys want me to suffer through doing a commentary track for those 3 freaking long-ass movies that are now deemed culturally irrelevant? Oh, you don't want to do that. There you go. There may be longer videos for me to make here. Like, I mean, I know I've made a video exposing Lord of the Rings already, but it seems like I could use my increased production value to kind of remaster that, you know, revisit the topic. And maybe in another watching, because I've only seen each movie once, and I honestly felt like that was all I needed. Like, I didn't feel like I wanted to return to Middle Earth for the fun and the laughs, you know? Did that guy go underneath on my way? Eat it. Now, I can't tell if he got a little stuttery when I hit him or if that's kind of the animation. Oh, we can throw that too, right? Oh, shite. Banana mine scaffold. I like how these tuning forks are the checkpoint, but they also like show secrets. Like, that's pretty cool. So it has a double function. I didn't remember this being here. Well, let's punch it. That's the way I solved things. Poor Andy Serkis never recovered from the thrashing you gave him. I mean, am I wrong, or did Hollywood spend a good like, there was a whole decade of fawning over Andy Serkis. Oh my god, and then we have the incomparable Andy Serkis and his performance, and like every actor in Hollywood was blowing smoke up his skirt like it was LeBron James on every ESPN channel, like Hot Take Show, right? So, and then of course when you're working with a legend like Andy Serkis, and they introduced him that way, like before you'd ever heard of him, and then of course there's the legendary Andy Serkis, and it's like, who? Like, the first time you ever heard of him, that's how he was introduced. Can we break this? The steel, not so much, right? Alright, so we know we can go up rope. This rope's a real time saver, isn't it? Where's that going? We've gone this way, right? Oh, come on, you can't go through that. At least they're not bullet sponges. Okay, why am I lost? You know what? I need to go over that rope, don't I? Oh, and you guys see there's the last tip has a, I guess there's an alert there, so it shows whoever had the last tip gets their name up on the screen. I figured out how to do that. Well, I ran into a lot of trouble implementing things. It seems like the Safari browser just isn't compatible with a lot of this stuff, so it's very hard to test if it works. So I'm gonna have to sign into everything with Google Chrome to see how things are supposed to work. What's one way out, one way out? I'm not familiar with that. Keep thinking LeBron is gone, but then I remember that was Kobe. Oh, unfortunate, right? Hey, maybe from a great height, you can break that. No? Though he does have a hard landing thing about him, doesn't he? Let's try that. Damn, felt like I mean, he climbs so fast. It's nice, isn't it? You feel like you're an ape in a way here. Oh. Hey DK, have you seen the summit? No, that's why I'm here. There's a weird stake with a mean-looking face stuck up there. They've claimed it. They've claimed Ingot Isle. If that banana bandit, his flying dirt pile, put it there, I saw it. If you're heading up there, be careful. Authorized monkey only. Everything looks nice. Oh, gotta be careful. Donkey Kong Country flashbacks, right? Boss fight time. There's a circle. There's a plateau for a boss. It's boss fight time. Gotta be. I will try to work out some way to get the display to look better next time, guys. It's a little too black. You only have the yellow there from a couple of elements. I think what I'll do is turn that thing back on. That yellow block, which I thought I had looking really nice for all the messages, only for it to, you know, be hard to read. I thought for sure I had a way to change the colors, but I guess not. Alright, so that's extra health. Something that haven't been in boss fights lately for me over on Yakuza. You got a weakness, don't you? Oh! You lost your rock! And the key goes in. You're mine. A chant inspired by an Andy Serkis character. One way out, one way out. Well, I can only think of two characters that could possibly say that. Is it Caesar? Is that his Planet of the Apes? And Gollum. Now that should count as 3. I see a group of 3 bananas. What's a group of bananas called? Is it a group, a cluster? Are you guys a little upset that this didn't come on a yellow game card? Opportunity missed, right?
Okay, let's jump.
We're jumping, boys. Oh yeah, I almost forgot the menu. The movie. The menu. They when the titles are so incredibly generic, it really doesn't even look. The menu, you're thinking restaurant, right? Or somebody developing a user interface for a computer. When the title is so incredibly generic that you can't remember it for the movie, it's pretty bad. It's a bad concept. I'm trying to think of some examples here. It's like the titles are so forgettable, it's hard for me to recall in a lot of ways. So, we are underground. But there's water? Maybe? Pipes? It wasn't really letting me fall there. Okay, now it kind of is. Yeah, I was very curious about what the game's first crocoid crack. Hold A to go over. It's the only one worth one, huh? Or no, there's a couple of them. Give me a double jump. Oh, so you can... I see what you did. It's kind of cool. It's weird that there's voice acting and there isn't. You know, you'd think that they just go one way or the other, but Zelda was kind of like that. That Breath of the Wild I played had some cutscenes I had to read more so than hear. It's like hieroglyphics in Banana, guys. Now that's my language. Outsiders aren't welcome here. Read more. These lagoons are just for us scrappy salvagers, and no one else. If you're entering without permission, turn back. Alright, now I wonder, is there just going to be like stuff in the ground here too? Oh, now this is harder to break. Okay, so something I was thinking about, like, okay, I hit that, it's not going to look the same as over here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are not the same hole. That's pretty neat. And, okay, have I not unlocked it yet? The art mode, where you get to, like... I guess that you'd want to use the Joy-Cons, right? And you're, like, I don't know, chiseling away at parts of, and then adding clay or something. You do a little sculpting. I've seen some of those examples Nintendo showed off, like I'd ever be able to do that. But that, I mean, there's probably going to be streams, you know, hot chick, dressed as Dixie Kong, sculpting, you know, things like that. That's going to be a big hit. It's like super chill music, and then you have this monkey slapping the crap out of everything. Like, I can totally understand everybody getting a defensive posture here after what he's doing, right? These are like some kind of special rock formation. It's like the monolith from 2001. Alright, now that looks dangerous up there. So how do I go about this? I mean, look, given what Donkey Kong's doing, you'd be like, hold up. We've got to stop this guy. Like, he's clearly destroying things. Fossil. Trade for new fashion items. Any style shop. Pokemon makes Nintendo a lot of money, but why does the game seem to be below standards quality? I think it's probably because Nintendo doesn't really make Pokemon. I think they own a third of it or half. it's there is a weird relationship with the Pokemon IP. It was kind of like launched as like a multi-front, multimedia thing, and the Nintendo is basically covering the gaming aspect, right? But then you also had the live action stuff. You also have the cards. I mean, not the live action, the cartoon. Like, I mean, they went with a full assault with that. I guess probably deeper than Nintendo or whoever would be willing to go out. So Nintendo's kind of like an early partner. Strange that you don't have a reticle pop up to show where you're gonna toss that, right? Alright, now how do you do that now? Shit. Really go. Okay, here we go. Alright, so you get to like the apex of your jump and you just hit it again. And then he basically jumps off of it. That's kind of neat. Pokemon Company and Game Freak couldn't be arsed with extra polish. Huge difference between in-house Nintendo and Pokemon games. As someone who's never played a Pokemon game, I've kind of got to take your word for it. But I mean, even being that I was with Xbox for so long, it's quite apparent that there is a lot of love put into the typical Nintendo game. And, you know, okay, so as someone I saw in a post today was saying, you don't hear stories of like, and maybe it's because it'd be in Japanese, the devs working over at Nintendo worrying about their job and feeling like they're in crunch and things like that. You don't hear stories like that because they'd be taken out back and beaten. No, probably because they actually are paid well and they have time off and they have like super long windows for release. Not we need a new Call of Duty in 6 months, right? Can you describe HDR to us? I'm still quite skeptical. Can't turn on HDR for you, but when it's on, you notice it. Colors in general are more lifelike. Now, a lot of ways it gets blown out of proportion. You've probably shot some Dolby Vision on your iPhone and been like, why is this blinding me? So a lot of things get amped up too far with the Dolby Vision kind of trying to bake it into your shots on your phone. You might actually be better off with it off in less than professional capacity. But I decided to wear shorts today and it's kind of crunching into me here. In games, the contrast enhancer can look really good. Fire, lasers and stuff, like really vibrant colors really pop. While shadows and things still look really nice, and there's a lot of in between. Like you can see a lot of detail between. Things just aren't like washed out in gray. You know, even if you have the settings more attuned for live action stuff, you can tell. Ammonite. So we got fossils to trade in. Guess I'm kind of looking for the fossils, huh? How come I can't get that? Shoot. Okay, he can climb with his feet. Now you do have to have a good enough TV. Like earlier LCDs trying to do HDR probably didn't actually have the contrast ratio to do it justice, but any modern OLED can. About any modern TV should be able to pull it off. The screen on the Switch 2 barely kind of does it. It doesn't really have enough brightness to do it total justice, and that's probably why they don't have it like a Dolby Vision license. The Dolby Vision stuff, if you have a little bit deeper pockets, you may as well spring for a Dolby Vision TV, because provided you had a 4K Blu-ray player that had Dolby Vision encoding, because all the discs, almost every 4K disc is Dolby Vision, okay, mastered. It just makes it a little easier to calibrate because everybody's working in the same space. The HDR10 stuff is just such a crapshoot. I've had so many experiences where a movie looked great, and then the next thing I put in, everybody looked red. You know, I couldn't tell what the director was going for because I hadn't seen the movie before. I didn't know what that scene was supposed to look like. So yeah, it is kind of a bad deal to not get the Dolby Vision, but you have to pay extra for the license. And I think Nintendo wasn't willing to do that. Why is that floating? Come on. It's hard to progress the story when you can destroy everything. You know, it's like... Oh, I'm supposed to go over here, my bad. Salvager Monkey. I'm thinking this is a girl. You the one who hollered as he was falling down here just now? Oh, maybe that's a guy, my bad. We don't take kindly to outsiders. You best get out of here, you hear?
Animals live here? Underground?
It's weird that Pauline is doing some voice acting. Everybody else not. And you'd expect it to be one, or like all or none, right? Not some. Animals live underground here.
Understand that. But they are very friendly.
Anyone playing this cosplaying as Odd Rock?
Let's go see.
Maybe they're friendly. I mean, these guys said I better get away, but they're not attacking me either. Oh, shoot. There we go. I'm gonna make you friendly. What's this? Suspended water. Okay, so if it's kind of loose, you can grab it with the flat. Reservoir Bank. Tuning fork activated. There we go. What do you got? Oh, I think I didn't punch it right. I think I was letting up on the B button. Because I thought, why would I have to hit that so many times? But I thought OLED already made things pop. OLED has the best contrast ratio by virtue of black is kind of the indicator for the contrast ratio. The black is complete. It's considered infinite because it actually turns off the pixel. Is essentially where it goes. Now, I had a Sony, in 2005, it was the best TV you could get. And it was a 50-inch called a, it was an XBR something, I'm trying to remember what they called this. SXD, I think. It was a weird hybrid between LCD and... what was it called? The Texas Instruments thing. What was it? DLR or something? But they didn't make a lot of these TVs. And it was 1080p capable, but it couldn't accept a 1080p signal because there wasn't a 1080p signal yet. So it was a 50-inch TV that really kind of did like 1080i upconvert to 1080p, and we threw it away a year ago. It lasted a bit. It wasn't really until about 10 years later we really got away from it. It gave problems. It had to get lamps changed out. Big, giant thing. It's amazing got it downstairs or got it back upstairs and out. And at the time, I think it had a 25,000 to 1 contrast ratio. And nowadays, that might be considered small potatoes. Because the contrast ratio was like a big selling point for a TV for a time. When the HD TV started coming out, contrast ratio was all over the place. No one mentioned contrast ratio before HD TV, when everybody was using CRTs. With the HDR, explaining a little further here. I believe this game has HDR support, and it would be 10-bit HDR support. 10-bit colors. Standard is 8. So you get more room to display more colors, and by virtue of that, they become more lifelike. So you see a fire in a movie, it never really looks like, oh, that's a real fire. In HDR, it looks like a real fire, like your TV's on fire or something like that. It looks pretty cool. It has an extra pop to it. There are certain things that look better than others that way. I was watching recently Rocky IV, Rocky vs. Drago. The HDR looked pretty good in it. It's not as simple as we scanned this movie. I guess I can kind of explain this while I'm playing, but scanning, just simply doing a 4K scan is really not enough. You have to do some restoration to it. You probably have to actually get in and do some color grading. If the plan is to make an older film HDR, because if you present it as HDR but you don't do that, then it really doesn't seem to make much difference versus the colors that you would get in standard dynamic range. I've seen many 4K discs now to be able to spot this. So some companies want the super authentic look. This is the way the movie looked when it was shown in theaters, so we think anyway. But then that can be quite debatable too. So what I'm saying is, simply because something is a 4K scan doesn't really mean it's like going to give you the full modern 4K experience. And in a lot of ways may not be any more discernible from a Blu-ray. I think that might be in part why you still see a lot of things released in Blu-ray when they could be 4K. There's a lot of anime out there that are not being released in 4K. They probably just have a tough time justifying it. Like, okay, if we release this in 4K, does it really look any different? Now, there will be exceptions, and some genres are probably going to play better 4K with the HDR. Alright, I destroyed him by accident. Cool. You're going to find, like, okay, videos about why does the Matrix look blue, like, or green? Why is the Matrix green now? It didn't look green back in the day, but they changed it to look like the others, the sequels. Well, the fact is, you have somebody doing the color grading that wasn't there on set to know what color Keanu Reeves looked like. But then on the other hand, there is a stylistic approach. Perhaps the director or the editor decided that this needs to be a cool color instead of lifelike warm or something. And then it really, a lot of things just end up being open for interpretation. I've said in my video on the Terminator 4K release that it actually benefits pretty well from a digital restoration process using AI, because the original film was not particularly high quality, the film stock, and because it wasn't particularly high quality, you really couldn't get anything beyond Blu-ray with it. So there was an effort put in place to try to make a good 4K, and I think they did about as well as they could. There are some errors with it in the distance. You can see that logos change. The logo on Sarah Connor's bike changes. I know it's not a motorcycle or moped, whatever. It's a Honda. The logo changes. It's weird if you're looking for it. Words in the back by the astronomy thing change, and they shouldn't. Oh, we have a timed minigame for you to do. Okay, so... Alright, not too bad. You want to make sure you rep that banana first. So going after the bananas in this is going to be kind of like collecting... Does it have the same stakes as collecting the moons and the stars in a Mario game? Or does it seem like it doesn't have the same stakes? Because you crush it and then it becomes currency of kind of. Or is there a threshold where you need a certain amount to get the good ending to go to the special world? Just do what's fun to you. No point rushing through the story bits. That's diluting your experience. I love how DK holds his punch when you aim the punch at the NPCs. That's such a lovely touch. He is a little slower with it, isn't he? But it becomes a high five. Even though they said these guys aren't friendly. We got a membership gifted, boys. Uh-oh. I think Dawn Wonder has taken over the thing, the alert. Game got kind of loud, didn't it? Dawn Wonder, welcome. Hey, I said I was going to send you some grips and cases. I have too many grips and cases, and you said you don't have any for the Switch 2. So I'm going to need your address to do that. So, that is an activated banana zone, or whatever. So I wonder if you have a good way to map that. Now, I'll tell you this, guys. This is not... Doesn't really look like it's going 60 frames per second. It's a little choppy, the big map. Kind of. Once you get spinning it. As a test there, okay, so I lifted that up, right? And then... Okay, you can walk around with it off, but then once you press again... Oh, it's kind of... Okay, now we have a reticle. So if you hold it down, you get a reticle and it shows what you're shooting at. Now, this being special, does this mean that this goes through that surface? That material? It does. Did any of you guys play the N64 in its day to know what I was talking about when I said that it was incredibly difficult for them to figure out what to do with the camera? Like, scores of game magazine reviews were spent talking about camera. The characters are fun, the music's okay, the camera's bad. Like, there was a lot. Like, it's almost like the game's camera needed to be its own category in a review. 70 years of color movies, I've never noticed fire not looking like fire. You will when you see it done on something that was mastered well in 4K. You'll see the difference. Fire, lasers, electricity, lightning, that sort of stuff has a special look about it in 4K with HDR. All right, so there is Dawn. If you're watching here, there's quite a bit to do in this game. Okay, how come he's not? Okay, what was the deal with that? Does not every chunk? Okay, it does become aim, but if you want to do it quick, I guess you don't get it. You don't get the reticle. Dick. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Can't get that out of there. There we go, finally. With you being able to burrow around and climb just about anything, you get a lot of options for how you can tackle puzzles. Okay, Atticus, when it comes to improving a TV, think of it like this. With each generation, the problem with the OLEDs right now is each year they're getting brighter. They're inherently not as bright as an LCD, but they're coming up with ways to make them brighter. By the time I bought this one in 2023, I thought they were at a pretty good point. Now, the improvement in the brightness is not as dramatic as it was at a time, but with more range of colors it can display, more can be shown, and you'll really see how vibrant colors are and what you're missing out on. Got attacked by a bunch of octopus children. When everything is destroyable, nothing is. I missed baked interactables. Well then, aren't they non-interactable? What do you bring out? When do you bring out the Donkey Konga drums? I don't have those. So I am wearing a Nintendo Museum shirt. You can only get these at the Nintendo Museum. It's not crazy comfortable, but I will show you something here. Yeah, they put a funny little red tag on the side, and I'm not really sure why, but there's a little red Nintendo tag, kind of like some of the stuff you see for the Switch 2. Like, there's a red Switch 2 My Nintendo Club keychain thing. It's kind of weird. Oh shit, wasn't paying attention. These guys are on my... So far, most things I've ran into have been pretty chill with Donkey Kong. It's just been kind of a chill exploration type thing. Now, this is a bigger area than I think you see. Okay, this is like the first level, I guess, outside the tutorial, maybe. But it's pretty huge, isn't it? Like, this is... Is this bigger than what you would expect in Mario Odyssey? I think some of those Mario Odyssey places were pretty small. Oh, look at this. The rhino from Donkey Kong Country, right? Can we talk? No? Oh, you can high-five a rhino. Hold on, I gotta get a good clip. You can straight high-five a rhino. And then give him a thumbs up. Now, I have not found a photo mode, which has become pretty ubiquitous, right? Can I use amiibos again? Or is that going to give me a problem? Don, here's the amiibo. His hand sticks out so far, sometimes his fist just gets in focus. No? Huh. Oh, you know what? Maybe you have to be on that amiibo screen. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here goes the amiibo. Trying it again. Boom. Kong. That's what happened. It made Kong fall from the sky. I mean, that gives you some destructibles, right? Yeah, when we got our first HD TV in 2005, it was like everything was amazing for a period. You could watch the most boring shit, but because it was in HD, now it's like amazing shit. But then 4K is like the next step up. It's the next time that you're wowed by something just simply being in 4K. And for quite a while there, I was gaming in 1080p thinking, yeah, I mean, this looks bright. The contrast ratio looked good enough. I don't need 4K. I was good with it. And then I got the... I had my Series X for like 2 years before I got a 4K TV. And it made quite a difference. Climb the hell out of here. DK doesn't move like Mario. Like, he's just fast. In a good way. What's this? Is that Cranky Kong? I think that's Cranky Kong, guys. Let's try to get over there. Holy smoke. Alright, hold on. There's a way to go up. This looks dangerous. Are those mines? Okay. The other thing is the super high frame rate stuff. I originally didn't care for the 120 hertz because I was misled to think that 120 hertz included anti-judder. The stuff they like to show off to turn things that are not 120 hertz native to make them look that way by introducing fake frames. Tom Cruise has described it in a video saying it's the soap opera effect. So cute of this guy to come out here and tell you how you're supposed to watch his movies. When he made the first movie, the first like major motion picture with movie stars that had the soap opera effect, and I'm talking about Collateral. That movie looked like it was filmed on a VHS camera, a VCR camera, like some camcorder you picked up at Best Buy in 2004. And he has the nerve to tell you, no, you're watching stuff wrong. You're supposed to turn off the anti-judder. When he's kind of responsible for that sort of thing being at the same time. But good 120 hertz without the with all the nanny stuff turned off, the anti-judder, this motion smoothing, all that stuff turned off, can look really good. I've done a lot of 120 hertz gaming in Overwatch. Done plenty of that. I don't think that we can go there yet. I think we have to like activate those rocks. Maybe over here. Make music. Break the seal. And they're still flipping out. We got to go in, take care of this, then jump on that stuff. I'm assuming. Don, what do you think of the display here? I had to turn off the cool yellow block I had for the chat because it made it hard to read. 24 frames per second is cinema. The slightly slower frame rate makes everything more dramatic. It would seem that way, but you still get a 24 frame per second experience in stuff that's properly made. I mean, if they played a movie file on a game that was running at 120 hertz, I think it still ends up looking like a movie. What makes everything look like a bad handheld camera is when the frame rate just goes up too high and they're trying to smooth the motion. Right, so there's got to be a way to jump. Okay, so we want to just not get smacked. Oh shoot. Oh, we're going to battle. What the shit? First death cost me 500 gold. Need sparkling banana. Seeing Avatar on 120 hertz gave me motion sickness, and I QC'd this 3D screening working on it. So that I don't believe was 120 hertz. That was a really bad decision, by the way. Avatar, The Way of Water, had a variable frame rate. Some scenes I thought looked pretty good. They were doing 24 frames per second. It looked like a movie. Then whenever they wanted to do something extra actiony, it would go to, like, I believe 40 frames per second, I think is what they did. And at 40 frames per second, it's like, oh, the motion's smoother. Okay, in theory, but now it doesn't look like a movie, and it doesn't even look like a good video game at that speed. Why is he gotta fall when he gets to the edge? If Pauline could get animated, I'd be really cool. It'd be really cool, but it's nice screen layout. I got that off of Nintendo's website. If there is an animated Pauline video that could loop, that I could find a way to put like a green background on and kind of like green screen that chroma key it out effect, maybe I might be able to do something like that. I do need to make some changes. There's too many limitations with Restream's chat, and I have to use Restream's chat or it's gonna repeat over itself. Oh my God's sake, Donkey. By the way, because Don tipped, I guess we may as well have a little bit of smoke. I think it's actually vegetable oil, but it's supposed to be like a non-toxic thing. I did post a picture showing the setup I had for kind of displaying the cartridge, the box anyhow, and the Amiibo. And I did have the smoke on there, but when I took the still picture, it actually looked better without the smoke. So I posted a picture without the smoke. Now, what I'm not liking here is he comes to the edge and he just drops. Okay, so he doesn't drop there, but this is a different kind of edge, and it's just like, no, you fall. I guess we could just keep my distance, right? Alright, so that's heavy. Battling it out. Son of a bitch. What the hell? We're just having a chill game. You just kind of go talk to monkeys and then this happens. 12-bit color is nothing. I heard it can go up to an eye-melting 64-bit. 128 mega power. You sound almost like you're at the Genesis or Neo Geo. Music's been pretty cool. Finally. What's that? Red balloon, float back after falling without taking damage. Well, will it do it automatically? If you had this on assisted, would it? Would you just float up anyway? Like you have 99 red balloons go by. Do 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 do. There's a setting for that on one of the more modern side-scrolling Marios, right? Where it's like you can't lose. You just like float, right? Am I headed the right way? Music's not giving me any sense. It's like you can't lose. Like the game will put you on a balloon and float you to the victory. Was that's not Wonder, is it? That was like a new Super Mario Brothers U, maybe? I can't be making that up. Pretty sure I've heard that. You're gonna hear so many children going, ooh, banana. Balloon auto triggers, okay. Yeah, the view count went up to 10 when we got done talking about HDR, I guess. Alright, did that shit activate? Not really. I'm missing one of the, okay, so it's the readout saying I got 2 of the 3 bananas available. I'm trying to pick that up, and instead I'm wrecking it. Guys, oh, I see a monkey face there. You guys see that? Do a little bit of redecorating. Punch the teeth out some. What's going to be the way to cross this? Cranky Kong is in our sight. That's him, isn't it? Oh, yeah, that's Cranky. The OG. But then how do I get over there? Can I climb up that water? No, that's a no. So slippery stuff he's had a hard time climbing. There are certain limitations to what he can climb. You know, you gotta make some obstacles, right? We haven't learned too much about swimming. I think I have to turn the water off. Nope. Got it. Ooh, banana. So we're gonna name each of these bananas like it's a star in Mario 64 themes. These are good for taking out barricades. We see something. Like a big explosion type. Shoot, climb up, please. There's the banana, or balloon. Alright, that gets us inside. You thought instead of he going, ooh, banana, he's in Wakanda? You got the banana from the cave. Yeah? Did I? Okay, we got some obstacles up ahead. Now that I might actually need to destroy. Hand slap. Oh shoot. Bring that over here, right? Destroy this. Now, gotta find one of these getaways to play music, right? Oh, this guy's sucking my blood. Damn, get him off. The way the ground is getting destroyed is not reminiscent of any other kind of Nintendo game. But, you know, Donkey Kong, his thing is not really punching to destroy in a mining type way. So I wonder if they had something else in mind, right? Like a mole character of some kind, maybe. Alright, boss fight. What do we got? Can't be that easy. Fix the water shortage. Maybe this is kind of like Mario 64, where you have like a number of tasks that kind of change the environment. So you can turn off the water supply or turn it up to access different areas. I'm gonna have to get that over there. See that? In order to get that block so I can talk to Cranky, right? I'm thinking. Atticus, thanks for dropping by. 4 a.m. Nice to see you playing a different game. Much better than the Japanese Street Fighter shit. I was really warming up to it. What do we got here? Belly flop. Still, I want to run into Cranky. Sublayer 101. I believe the fast travel in this game is like worms. Okay, can we zoom out and see the sub-levels? Smashing stats. Destroyed a lot of stone already. Yeah, we've been wrecking shit. Picking up bonuses here, okay. It's like we have a geological survey. Fix the water shortage. Right by it. Hanging on Orangutan Highway. Enough for a skill point. What do we got? Power Punch, level 1. Reduces the number of punches needed to smash through terrain with a strength rating of 2 stars. Better collecting. Better sonar. So the right up here is collecting and sonar. You could have reached Cranky. You have all the necessary stuff in time. You'll know how. I don't think I do. I had 1 double jump capability, Dermot. Actually, maybe the balloon. You know, go seppuku and then balloon your way up, right? I believe Atticus is in the UK. Was he the one that said that it's unfortunate? Everybody thinks the UK people sound like drunks now. Drunk hooligans. Seems, charge slap, clear away stray chunks. Spin jump. That's ways up there. It's probably worth getting. Oh, we're also working our way off to the right, too. There's a lot of skills. Rotate, then press A to perform a spinning attack as you jump. Okay. Okay, so hold on. Oh, here we go. You actually do kind of have to spin. You spin them up and then you get going. Wow, you must be something special to have made it all the way here. I think you can do something for us. Our village is in deep trouble because of the water shortage. Well, shallow trouble, I guess. Knock out the concrete pillar, pull the plug, and get the water flowing. I'll see what I can do about a dancing. I don't have the capability or time to try to animate her, so if we can find a clip and maybe someone extracted the background or whatever, I might be able to plug in a dancing involved in there. Make it more interactive. You know, maybe find a way to try to get the banana there to glisten or something. I don't know. Lower the rope. What's this? Shoot. Our village is all dried up because of the water shortage. We gotta find a way to get the water flowing from the tank again. So what's that? Something's taking their water, it looks like. I screwed up and fell. Grab hold of the mesh. I think this is a pretty big environment. What do you guys think? Up, over, and across. Alright, let's try to get back up. I should be able to spot Cranky. I do want to get to Cranky. Damn it. It's an ambush. I'd probably get lost for a session. Well, the music guides you back, kind of. Let's See, that doesn't really look like it's going anywhere. Now, I should be kind of across from where Cranky was. This is pretty damn big, man. Cranky was like right here. And I can place a pin. Okay. I believe that's where Cranky was. Now, does that show up on my map? We have waypoints that we can see in the game. Guys, how the hell do I get to Cranky? Maybe I bring Cranky down to me. I see a spot under him. See that? Like a hit me here thing? What kind of arm does he have? Is this Tom Brady of the monkeys? The map is interesting. It does look like the game slows down some when you view it, but it's like in a way, okay, you can see how it kind of like pans out, and it's like the actual area, right? Minus the occupants, right? So it just kind of strips away the characters, but it almost looks like its own game. Like this looks like something you would find on Xbox Game Pass, just about the map screen. Okay, so I hit that. There may be a way to get launched into that. You're hearing Odd Rock there. Amazing. It's very hard to understand Odd Rock. I'm kind of looking forward to Odd Rock becoming Pauline. Get! That was his double jump ability. Let's try the spin. It's not happening. He's not getting that until he activates those blocks. See those blocks? There was a thing I saw that looked like it was like somewhere. Maybe it was underneath. But it was like a triangle of that block there. Last I tried the demo option, the Wily Ape is on indestructible terrain. I'm guessing so the player is forced to reach this location no matter what. There is an ape you turn into, a zebra and an ostrich, and it looked like the big gorilla had like butt cheeks and was like a silverback and could probably destroy all surfaces like metal, maybe for a temporary time. Maybe it's a certain event comes up, a challenge screen, like zone. What are the translucent blocks floating? Yeah, those you fall through. I think they're not activated. I think there's something I have to do to activate those. I keep hitting start to then go to the map because that's the way it was doing it on Yakuza and I think Zelda. No, Yakuza was definitely. So, was it underneath here? Look at that. Do we have a fast travel option here? I haven't even seen this. Looks like some kind of boss. Maybe I should just jump over there. There's a barge. There's like a whole boat underneath. I'm where? Okay, the green metal is completely indestructible. Okay. So who's behind the water supply problem? Could it be that big monkey guy I saw? Kind of looked like because he's below. What do we have here? Oh, same. Maybe we punched our way to the bottom to go confront this guy. Peak. Oh no, this kind of puts you in the challenge worlds. Okay. Son of a. Some of this earth is easier to pick up than others, but you can see it gets destroyed quick too. Wait, what are we doing? If the guys don't come out, I can't destroy them. What do you got? What the hell? Alright, we're gonna try that again. Now the green metal's in... Okay, yeah, I've read that. I need some glowing scroll across the top or something. Some stuff that kind of looks more in line with this game's neon look, right? Alright, where are the enemies? Enemies, where are you at? $20 remaining? What? NPC in the area can show you how to activate them blocks. It's not ability locked though. You can reach Cranky as you are now. You just more game knowledge. NPC will... So is this like turtle shell, throw the turtle shell and then jump off of it type of like parkour your way to it? It doesn't seem like at the moment I have the abilities to do it. Now I think I could do this if these guys actually came out. But it's like, where are they? Where are the enemies? The game wasn't really doing it to me. Though it might be better to level up first. I only have that level 1 punch. Clear, okay. Ooh, banana. I'm not into bananas. Do not like. That guy is like below me, but in a way that I don't think the game is going to allow me to jump over there. It's like he's in another level, really, you know? Not worth jumping. You know, you can climb on the green, that's for sure. I've already destroyed that one, so I'm surprised that's still there. Like I left the area and it came back. Now that's what I'm talking about right there. That, I feel like if you touch that lock, it'll unlock those boxes. Or maybe those boxes are like an in-game thing. Like they unlock at the end of the game. We're in another area and there wasn't like a load. But we could go talk to that monkey. Maybe. A little cut off, isn't he? They've kind of designed this in a way where he's cut off. So I'm gonna have to mess with his power plant stuff. Use the Orangutan highway to get closer to the pesky pillar. If you can get a better look, maybe you'll figure out how to get rid of it. I'll probably punch it, right? That seems to be the solution here. If you're new here, hit that like button, guys. The like button is free. Feel free to ask questions, whatever. No need to, don't feel pressure to super chat or any of that, okay? Oh, Dawn, when you did make a membership thing, there should have been an alert field that showed up, like a samurai sword message thing at the bottom, in the bottom middle, between the sponsorship logo thing and the, whatever else. Yeah, the other alert. I just want to know if that activated. Pillar like that won't stand a chance against a boom bomb. Oh hell, come on. So I shouldn't have tried to kill this thing. Come on. What just happened? I think we might have glitched. Sure pulled off a rather thin piece of rock right there, didn't he? Heck, I probably hit the wrong one. I was probably supposed to hit this one and I aimed way out there. Done. That's one plug. Oh, we can go confront this monkey dude. Look at that. The guy's got a lot of cocaine in that little boat. You see that thing? Got a crack boat. The water level's up. Look at the crack over here, man. Look at that silver stuff. Oh. What are you fishing? Well, I kind of ruined that. I was overdue for a swim anyway. Okay, my bad. You don't think it did? Don't worry. It should be active. It says Japanese alert. Should be dead center below, just at the bottom of the screen. You gotta look for it. I don't think I see it on my end pop up. So you gotta kind of look for it. And honestly, I'm not even sure. I can activate the anime alert also. And maybe one of them doesn't have the membership donated alert, but one of them does. I don't know. It might play on top of each other. But I've got the anime alert activated with the cat also, just in case. I just activated that, so you definitely didn't see the cat earlier. But could. I don't know. Why do you guys have silver, like tridents? I'm gonna win. Oh man, why is this thing still kind of floating? Use the rope to climb back up. I think we gotta get to that guy. Gotta take that out somehow. No, I don't think that's the answer. I need to go back down. Or just get over there, I guess, right? All right, confrontation time. You're right. They were using like magnets at the end of those lines, at the end of their poles, weren't they? Weirdly. But I guess everybody is kind of a miner in this, right? Like it's a big mining theme. All right. I don't think this guy's active until I take out all this stuff. You know? We have a microphone set up. Ho ho ho, far from it, youngsters.
I hear his voice. How?
I hear his voice. How? You don't have ears? Indeed, you are hearing the words of the mighty Kong that sits before you. Does he have Beats by Dre headphones on? I'm the presiding elder of this quiet fishing village. I was once the best junk scrap salvager in the whole underground. Now I watch over the others and keep them grooving as an aspiring DJ. I've been watching you two tear it up all over the underground layers. Smash hit after smash hit. You remind me of myself back in my primate prime. Then both. Whiskers is here. Welcome. Oh ho ho, you're an ambitious duo. To make wishes come true down here, you only need overwhelming power. Oh, having overwhelming power makes a lot of dreams come true anywhere. You the little rock creature, you can sing, can't you? So, me? It's weird that she talks and people don't. Can you give me a quick recap? Donkey Kong was on this isle mining for bananium and just enjoying banana rocks when some storm came by, threw them below the surface a bit, and he's kind of been burrowing his way deeper. He ran into this rock creature, and they're not really given a quest yet. They're kind of just learning the ins and outs, I feel. And hard to believe we've been at this over 2.5 hours with them kind of like, I don't know, they don't really have a pressing issue, but you kind of tackle banana earning challenges like you do the moons in Odyssey, Mario Odyssey, or the stars in Mario 64. But getting the bananas in this do grant you skill tree type points. You get enough of them, you get skill points you can apply. So I'm wearing the Nintendo Museum t-shirt. So I'm basically cosplaying as Miyamoto. I had ordered this on Walmart, and for $2 off, got the bundle. It was still 98 bucks, but there's the amiibo with the big fist action there, and you got her, and I don't believe I'm at a point yet. Doesn't that sound kind of shaky? I'm not at a point yet where you really activate the amiibo powers, so she's not wearing her red dress yet. And yes, we're smashing a lot of things, and then banana. In fact, has he even eaten one of these yet? I'm not seeing a lot of intake with DK, but Odd Rock can talk. Everybody else I kind of have to do the reading for. And you, the young Kong, you can smash through just about anything. With a strong voice and a strong body, you too might be able to perform. My Bananza.
Bananza?
Oh, learning a Bananza requires just one thing, an ancient record. There are a number of collectibles, some of them are ancient records, and I'm wondering when you get to play them. Because I've heard some pretty poppin' soundtrack, like, in the first tutorial zone, I was hearing, like, it sounded like Stabbing Westward, New Order, and who else was I saying? Ozzy Osbourne, kind of like playing at the same time. Like, there was some unique soundtrack stuff happening there. Moving for a surprise performance by the Banana Splits. What's that? I'm trying to remember. They had a hit. There was a kind of like catchy hit jingle thing, right? With those. It was like a kids show in the 60s or something, or 70s. I think it sounds familiar. See the ancient record over there? You need to spin some sick beats for me, son. Bring it here and place it on eternitable. There's the puns, man. It's hard for me to spit this out. The eternitable by my feet. Okay. Is it gonna be a task getting that over here without taking damage? I think we're about to unlock Pauline, guys. Oddrock's gonna have to sing, turn into Pauline. That's my guess. Our ancient record is kept up ahead. Please honor our rules. Rule 1, you may remove the record only for Bananza ceremonies. The ancient record is extremely heavy. Do not attempt to lift it without a team of 2 or more monkeys. Due to their brawn, Kongs may ignore Rule 2. Alright, so I probably didn't even need to know about that. Okay, how are we getting over there? Let's destroy this. Oh, that was a trap. Son of a... Gotta watch out for these guys. Little bloodsuckers. Oh yeah, it's kind of a mirage-like trick thing. Like you think you're gonna walk over there and grab one of these like power-up things. Boom! Turn off that. Raise the water level. Maybe then I can cross. Aha! Yes, indeed. Graphics-wise, what do you guys think? I'm not seeing any slowing at all. You guys are seeing this about like what I'm seeing. You're seeing 60p, 60 FPS. DK's pretty quick. It doesn't feel like oh, all the way over there, like some task to walk somewhere. And there's just so much to destroy. You get sidetracked pretty easily. All right. We're ignoring rule 2. I don't have a run button, but he's just generally pretty quick. Here we go. We're dropping the sick beats, guys. I think Pauline's coming out. Oh, shoot. Why? All right. I think we're about to see her. Odd Rock, go bye-bye. I know I'm not singing. LR to hold beat drum. And there we go. I think that was supposed to be a surprise. Well, be glad you had clothes on. Things could have gotten very Cyberpunk 2077.
Is that, no way! I can't sing! I'm not ready to.
I remember seeing this presented as jump cuts like this in the direct and thought it looked kind of weird.
The crowd is so big. I won't do it.
I'm surprised it's actually in the game like this, as like this like long jump cut type thing. Kind of showing that like a period of time's passing.
I can't do it.
Who cries like that? That's kind of weird. See, I think that I'm missing out by not using the Joy-Cons, because aren't you supposed to like beat your chest with the Joy-Cons and then he beats his chest? Like, I thought that was the way that worked in here. And now he's the big gorilla? Dude, Rule 34 is gonna be insane this week. Like, ho ho, it's me, the Elder, coming at you live. Oh, we've got a full transformation to you, I guess. Now we're slamming Jing. Oh, big destruction. Hold on, is he running out of juice? Oh, I climbed over it. Did you really want me to smash that? Because I think he might be, yeah. I might have wasted too much time there. LR to drumbeat to transform the Bananergy when Bananergy is full. Oh, that's so crazy. Oh, you can see his eyes. This does not look like a Switch game upgraded. It does not. This looks like a whole different beast. Hold Y to, then hold Y, hold and then release Y to charge. I'm doing something wrong there. Hold, then release Y. Keep hitting the wrong thing. Big punch, that's what we're doing, okay. I'm surprised that isn't replenishing his immediate energy bar instead it's in that reserve for me to reactivate. Use Kong Bananza to crank your power up and bring the house down. Yeah. Kong, get it.
DK?
She gonna actually learn his name or what?
DK! You did it!
I have to hit A at the end of
It's
her
you!
phrase.
I'm me again! I don't know how to thank you.
Is her voice in sync with that? Is her mouth moving?
Hey, you came from the surface too, right?
Seems like it.
Do you want to find a way home together?
Okay, so now they're finding a way home. They've been given their mission. All right. I mean, as best DK can tell, he wasn't planning to. Hey, I'm in a rock body. You got to get me out of here. Next objective: get Odd Rock transform into Tween Girl, so she can do the Hannah Montana thing. Like that wasn't showing up anywhere in any kind of objective. Oh ho! So you came here from the surface. I figured as much. What's your name, little one?
Pauline?
Pauline, you're singing. Such a powerful voice. You make quite a splash, and I'm just bobbing along.
That's nice of you to say.
All right, you two, listen up. To get home, you'll have to dive deeper, all the way to the planet core, where you meet Big Boss Nass, right?
Wait. What?
What? But I want to go back to the
I wanna go
surface, so
back
why
to
are we
the
going
surface.
deeper?
If we go deeper underground, we'll never get home.
Let me drop some knowledge. We who live in the underground world have passed down a certain legend. Those who reach the planet core will earn their greatest wish and more. Wizard of Oz. Want heaps of bananas? Want a way to back to the surface? Donkey Kong will settle for the heaps of bananas. The planet core will surely make your wishes come true.
My greatest wish will come true? And yours too, DK? I guess we have to go then, don't we?
Is DK willing to sell her out for bananas? Like, are we about to learn that? The Kong Bananza I just taught you should make for smooth sailing. But you'll hit stormy seas sooner or later, no doubt about it. Word has it that some not-so-friendly folks are headed to the planet core, too. So stay sharp down there. Haven't had a lot of challenge by enemies. Fallen in some dumb ways. Okay, time for you to cast off and make your wishes come true. Just head through that door there, ho ho.
Thank you, Elder. I don't know, DK. I'm scared. But, okay, let's go.
Pauline is now your friend. Did that need to be said? Pauline is now your friend, like, assumed, kind of? Like, when you have a friend, did you... Oh, I got a certificate that says you're my friend now. I didn't know we were official, right? Use Pauline's singing to activate a Bananza transformation. Which, it sounds to me like you have to activate by beating on your chest some. Oh, this might be our enemies here, overseeing.
Oh, yes, genau.
The president will be most intrigued. Okay, well, we'll see about that. I don't think Donald Trump's that interested, but who knows? Donkey Kong, I like what you do. You're a big deal.
Like me again.
You're a big, beautiful Kong. I like what you're doing. He's a beautiful Kong, isn't he? I don't think that we want to go yet. I want to find what we got to do to get our boy Cranky Kong before we go. Does that sound okay? I want to visit Cranky Kong. Maybe with this thing at max water level and me falling off the edge like a dumbass. Is this a shop? Style shop. Is this a style shop or is it right? That's a closet. So you got an interest in clothes? Then dress yourself in the underground world's finest fashions. It'll only cost you a few fossils from this lair. Okay. Suspenders, red breeches. What do you guys think? What does the chat want him to dress like? What on earth? Blue? Honestly, we only have 8. Green and blue. Of course that was going to happen, right? Red breeches. I think Pauline prefers shopping at Target. The red breeches could be a look. I'm just curious, kind of, and it's a cheap way to be curious, so. You can always change your clothes by using the nearest closet. Like this one right here. Time to change? Sure. Pauline, you're coming inside with me. It's about time you've learned about... Oh, jeez. What? Oh, is her... Hold on. I think now if I use the amiibo, it's going to unlock in the right place, right? It's got the classic tie. We can change that up. Standard breeches. I thought that was a cool look, honestly. The red breeches. What do you think? Let's get that little bit of that color contrast in there. I kind of like the standard look. Rock out rags. Extends your Bananza time by 10%. I wonder if the amiibo is going to give you extra Bananza time, like by virtue. Okay, you paid $30, right? Oh, this could be our chance to goon over here over some anim. Okay, so she's a little animated right now, right? And then I could maybe capture that and remove the background. Maybe. It might be a little tough, but I might be able to find a loop here. All right, look for the next time she kind of closes her eyes, maybe. I don't know, 30 seconds, that's a little... I'll see what I can do about looping that. I'll see what I can do. Okay, now, I don't think that scanning this right now will do it. I think we have to be on the amiibo screen. But that should be accessible here. All right, we've got Pauline, we've got standard breeches. Time to try out the amiibo. Okay, so it gave us some explosive bricks to throw. That's neat. But do we now have her costume? Let's find out. No. What am I doing wrong? Why did that sound loose? Or is it my watch? It does look kind of cool, but it's also not very big. You know, I mean, we're talking like twice the price of what amiibos were to start with, right? You don't have the Pauline clothes, do you? Was there a dress that dropped somewhere and I didn't see it?
Nice.
What's this? Temporary extra heart? I think maybe from a great enough height we can bust that. What just happened? Okay, I have a spin jump, and then maybe I can, from the spin jump. Alright, anybody got any idea why I can't use the Pauline dress yet? Maybe that's a World 2 thing? What do we got there? That huge fossil? Nah, it couldn't be. Kind of looks like a whale, you know, one of them legendary surface sea creatures. We've got a lot of respect for whales down here. They just seem cool. Alright, well maybe there's a way to get over there. Dawn, have you picked up the Donkey Kong Bananza? Guess I can just walk over there and wreck it. Turn into a whale for me.
Nice.
Okay, big fossil, I guess. Get the ropes when you can, make travel a little better. The game was kind enough to give her clothes. She turns, but not shoes. Yeah, well, why does she need shoes? She's riding this guy. If she had shoes, she wouldn't be on his shoulders, right? I'm Donkey Kong. I'm just here for the bananas. You know, he's like Han Solo. It's like, but you have the duty to help the... Look, the bananas are right. We can talk. You know? Well, when I get home, I'm going to give you all the bananas. Okay, fine. I got to get her home. So why is that indestructible right there? There's got to be a reason. Special surface up there. Cranky Kong is up above yet. Here's a banana to grab. You gotta be really careful. The game will let you go off those edges.
You did it.
outskirts of the fishing village. I wonder if that means on this sub-level there's one bananium left. And that's it for it. You know, like... Because it's kind of showing, like, there's a little bit of a progress report there, right? Slots. Or no, SL1, 101, 10... Jeez. Reset terrain? Reset all terrain in this level. You'll have to restart from the most recent save. So if you destroyed shit and now you can't progress, this is your out, I suppose, right? Make it better. Alright, Cranky is up. Somewhere. Oh, look at that. That might be what we're looking for, but maybe that's only on this level, right?
Amazing!
Alright, let's see what happens here. Found a treasure chest, did you? They'll pop up sometimes while you're smashing through terrain. Can't even be sure what's waiting inside of one. That's half the fun. And there's a treasure map inside a treasure chest. Not usually the normal way that goes, but okay. Alright, gotta get over there, but that's not too climb upable, is it? Shit. Alright, the double jump didn't do it. Okay, he could climb up. Here we go. They didn't do shit. What? It's like a challenge thing? All it did was give a banana. That's not going to help me get the Cranky, is it? Kong Bananza skills are now available. So, reduce the amount of time you must LR to activate Bananza. Okay. What else do we have here? Will last 30% longer. That's a clear yes. I mean, unless you guys object. Kind of made sense to me, right? Status. Well worn but durable. I wonder if different ties can give him abilities. You know, if there's a stat for ties. Here's a challenge stage. Crocoid ×2. Alright, barely. Fumbled some of that. It is a bit more straightforward than a Mario style brain teaser of sorts, or I mean, there is a timed event thing to it too. Still, I mean, I don't mind. It is. There seems to be a more variety to this than you would expect. Okay, so this is one of these fast travel guys, right? Hey, we're all talking about you. They say you're good at singing. We don't usually do this, but me and my siblings would love to help you two around. Who are you? We're underground eels. There's two things we love, singing and wiggling. We can help you get around a layer by borrowing a different spot. Burrowing into to different spots. Get around. We can take you to an important spot you've already visited in an entire lair. Sorry, we can't take you to other lairs. Mom gets worried if we wander too far. Just open up the map with minus and pick where you want to take us to take you. Okay, but you can't take me to the lair with my boy. Can you?
Should we teleport there?
Teleport. It's not a teleport, it's a teleport, huh? That's where we want to go. I want to go there before we finish this stage.
Should we teleport there?
Something's got to get to be more challenging. I mean, I know we're in the early game, right? What do we got here? I've got Bananza abilities. I probably could just whip them out and some of these guys too. Oh, come on. See, that kind of helped. Oh, and you did that in that form, too. It didn't just make you go to Donkey Kong. Did she say, oh, no, wait? Like, maybe there was an extra something to grab there and I missed it? Alright, now I hear that I've got the skills to get over there already, but I'm not seeing it. Maybe she can sing those blocks into being steady? Why is it doing that? I don't... He just falls through. Not any better of a jump if I was able to get those pipes, is it? Any suggestions on how to get to Cranky? We get to Cranky, I might wrap the stream up. You know, as soon as we get to the next spot. It's hard to tell. What's a better approach? You get to the zone, or you're about to enter the zone. That way you enter the zone in the next stream. Nintendo games don't seem to be bloated with useless elements. It's just straight fun. There's a lot of playing the game, whereas a lot of games you sit in the damn menu, you know? Or you hear a cutscene for 10 minutes. Thinking here. What's the game want me to do? You can't give me an objective here like find your way and then not really help me understand. Head to the planet core. That's going to be on the next layer, right? Yeah, it wants me to go through that door. But I want to talk to Cranky Kong. And the game said no. What's up there? Maybe there's a cannon that can shoot him across. Falling junk, lookout spot. The junk that ends up in the lagoon sinks down here from the surface. That junk is then used to build local resources like the water tank and Urangahang Highway. One monkey's junk is another monkey's basic infrastructure. Not treasure, but basic infrastructure, huh? Well, okay, if someone knows how the hell I can reach Cranky Kong, that would be a good time to let me know. Let's see here. Photo mode. I haven't unlocked photo mode yet, I guess, because I've hit down on the D-pad. Oh, now it wants to go, okay. Alright, can we change the expressions? Action-packed. Okay, that's neat, but player on off. Surprised there isn't a change, you know. Even in Mario Kart World, they make faces, right? Not seeing that. Logo. Usually you have a lot of stickers. Actually, this kind of is a cute picture right here, isn't it? Yeah, I don't think those are solid surfaces that I can do anything with. I don't get it.
Something doesn't feel right.
Alright, we're gonna have to go to the next place. Gotta do a teleport.
Should we teleport there?
Oh, we can just straight teleport anywhere, huh? I thought I might have to go to a
Should we
teleport.
teleport there?
Is this thing just gonna eat us anywhere we are, huh? Okay. What do we got here? This, hey, this might get us close. Don't know. Spot's a hidden gem. Triangle logo. Whoa, almost walked off. Cranky Kong is so close yet so far. Okay, hold on, let's try this. No. That has a certain look inside of it, that pipe. Must go fast. Do something for me. Don't just give me a banana. I want to go see Grandpa. Shifty smash atop the pipes. I don't think it can be done, guys. I don't think so. I think we're gonna have to go scope out this next area and probably call it a stream. It's been 3 hours.
Should we teleport there?
Three hours-ish. And, you know, kind of did 2 zones, essentially. Learning a little bit about the game. It's been fun. I mean, the time flew, really. Everyone's jamming out. Maybe she can get her dress in this next spot. Go! What even is that? Alright, I think I got a little turnaround. So, what am I doing with the treasure maps? That is a bit confusing, isn't it? There's a little slowdown. Something. Oh, snap. Next area. I guess you're always going to drop to the next area, huh? Sublayer 102. Alright, well, I guess we'll be starting at 102 next. Though, I'm probably not actually... I'm still in the first world, aren't I? The next sublayer is probably, you know, 11 or some or 9 or something like that. You know, I'm like in a version of the layer. But now I gotta wonder how many layers are in a place, right? Like, there could be a lot happening here. Or maybe I'm heading to the boss right now. That's kind of what it looks like, doesn't it? So we should finish that. Dipped into Chimpy Channel. Oh, it's not saying 5 in the area. Every 5, you get a skill point. Maybe more power. Haven't learned the turf surfing yet. Prevents flinching when attacked while holding Y to charge. Pretty useful. Increase maximum number of melon juice cans you can carry to 2. I haven't even picked up melon juice yet. Or apple juice, I guess. Punch power 2 needed. Why don't we just save them?
You love bananas, DK.
What kind of ruins is that? Kong Bananza Pop Party. Lagoon Lair Channel. Pop 5 balloons, okay. I guess all I need to do is pop the balloon. I'll get a little preoccupied. Where's the balloon? Right, we're missing one. At least it's not running out on me. I'm just not finding the standalone. Here we go. Oh wait a sec. So there might be an extra challenge banana in the place. There might actually be like 2 bananas in a spot, and you just don't realize it. Alright, so what's the way to climb to that? Hung from the ceiling. Drop down, we're looking for a balloon. These balloons were green, right? No, they're disappearing. Oh, you buried it. And there's another banana here somewhere. There's another banana. I saw 3 on that door. See how the one lit up? Now the other one's gonna light up. But there's one more remaining. Maybe the sonar will help. Curious. I'm not finding an answer, so let's just get on with this boss fight, I guess. Doom, 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 doom. Alright, so my guess is that each area will essentially have 3 layers. You get to the bottom layer and maybe have a boss at each of them. Fall off here, that's it for you.
Something doesn't feel right.
Oh boy. What tutorial just shot up here? Oh snap. Oh snap. Tools. See what this guy's about.
That's them! They turned me into a rock!
They turned her into a rock, huh? Mr. President, she's here. You shouldn't have run, Pauline. Come back to me right now.
No way! You're the worst!
Worst, I'm the Void President, Company King. You call me Mr. President? May I remind you, you're speaking to the President of the Void Company, the only powerful mining, or the most powerful mining organization on the planet. The President has launched a bold new extraction venture. Our destination, the planet core! To get our wish fulfilled, according to legend.
The planet core? But no! I'm going with DK, so you just stay away!
You're going with that dolt. Yeah, ridiculous. I can push buttons. Grumpy, bring the brat to me. Alright, we got a boss fight, guys, and we've got a pro controller to handle it. I hope. Actually, I should have had that upright, or I think I had it at 50% before. Probably could have had better camera for this. Or better face cam quality. I've got stuff to work on, guys, I'm sorry. These things are, oh my gosh. Now this is gross. Body horror. Pika Bruiser by Voidco. Defeat Pika Bruiser. Okay, let's see what I can do here. Where's the hit me spot? Shit. I didn't even need to be doing that, honestly. Though I might find extra health down here. Oh, I got it. What if I make a pit for him to fall into? I think there's a big hole down here. go. I think that messed him up. Kind of the best way to avoid the attack. So you avoid the attack that way, and then you get them. Okay, so I'm kind of overthinking it, of course. In the ball sack? What am I hitting? Or I mean, I honestly could have just avoided it too, but... Tear him up now. Though it kind of was rejuvenating, wasn't it? I gotta break it and then hit that spot inside, I think. It's hard to be quick right now, lady. First try. No problem. Not a problem for Jack Burton.
It's not moving. Let's try to break it.
That's not moving. Let's try to break it. Five bananas. Are they separated? They have to sing? Little Donkey Kong Country-esque sound right there. On to the next layer.
I can't believe I danced.
Okay, it looks like you could try the boss again or something over here. What do we got? You beat my best work. Can't believe it. The boss gave me direct orders to capture you, so I'll finish the job next time. Bet on it. Bet. It's amazing how small Donkey Kong is, kind of compared to everything else. Well, looky here. Oh, I thought that might be the rock thing. The rock game where you do the carving. Really the same stuff. Hold on, did any of that say it did anything for you? You destroy terrain by 10. Okay, increase the chance a treasure chest will appear as you destroy terrain by 10%. Expands your sonar range during Bananza 20. What about the red ones I bought? Swim speed by 10%. Really just more of an aesthetic thing. But so far not seeing anything about Pauline dress up time. It's there. She has clothes. I don't know. Stand in an open space to summon the special chunks. And what about the Pauline dress? Something's off. The amiibo is supposed to give you the special dress, right? Okay, well, believe we're ready to go to the next stage, so this is probably a good place to stop. Save data, return to title. I mean, we hit save, right? 11:31. I mean, you're pretty much there, right? It's pretty much the save spot. But I want to go to the main title and see if we resume from there and how that kind of plays. Because it said proceed to the next level. That'd be a good way to start the next one, right? But I also want to see if the sculpting mode is present. DK Artist Plus. Might be a Joy-Con thing right here. This would be a fun little way to end the stream. Or try to. Try to paint to carve the rock. Hold both Joy-Con 2 controllers, then turn your dominant hand inward. Don't have those on hand. They're kind of in the chargy charge. So you're trying to tell it which one's going to be your drawing hand, I guess, there, right? That could be fun to do, but it looks like that's more of a next stream thing. I'll have to have the Joy-Cons out so that we can do that. Definitely. Okay, well, initial impressions on Donkey Kong Bananza. You know, that's over 3.5 hours, really flew by pretty quick, I felt. Despite not accomplishing a whole lot and not really getting like a breadth of story. It's cycling back to the main menu because I didn't have the Joy-Cons out for that. And there's not a ton of story. Pretty straightforward. I'm not expecting a lot of plot twists, just, you know, fun gameplay. And it's easy to get sidetracked because DK can bust some shit up pretty damn well with the best of them, right? So yeah, Donkey Kong Bananza, is it the killer app right now? It's for the Switch 2, the hot item at the moment? Kinda. I mean, it's their first 3D Nintendo title of that single player Nintendo type game on the console. Oh, but they started to develop it for the Switch one. It looks pretty drastically different. I would think that the destruction would have been different. We know the environments would have been different. It's a pretty big environment, and there might be some good challenges up ahead. So, if you enjoyed this stream, be sure to tune in tomorrow. We're going to do some more. Probably a level or two or something. Yeah. You made it this far? Wait until marriage. Counseling. Gotta do that art thing. It keeps popping up now. If you don't push anything on the start screen, it looks like it kind of goes to it. I'm doing such a bad job finding the stream ending screen even. I made too many screens.